The Willow That Sang. Evening settled gently over the village as the sun slowly faded away. Golden light slid across the rooftops, lingered on warm paths, and melted into the tender glow of the twilight sky. A soft breeze carried the scent of mint and hay from the meadows, while from the river came the soothing murmur of water. There, right on the riverbank, stood a tall willow tree. Her long, silken branches swayed like braids in the wind, and her slender leaves whispered softly, as though telling a story. Beneath her shade, it was always cool and peaceful. Villagers said this willow was no ordinary tree, but a magical one. She sang when peace reigned over the land, and she fell silent when hard times arrived. Maria was a curious girl with bright sky-colored eyes and thick dark hair, always tied with a yellow ribbon from her grandmother. She loved running barefoot along the paths, gathering wildflowers, and listening to the songs of birds. But most of all, she loved the evenings by the river. The willow had a name, Lada. The elders had named her so because whenever she sang, people felt so light and joyful that they wished to embrace the whole world. Her song was unlike any other, a tender chiming, like harp strings woven into the rustle of leaves with notes of a flute and the gentle trickle of the nearby stream. The stream that fed the river also seemed alive. It sometimes gurgled playfully, singing along with Lada, and sometimes purred quietly, like a lullaby for those who drifted to sleep by its bank. One warm June evening, Maria came to Lada. She sat beneath the branches, leaned against the smooth bark, and closed her eyes. The willow began to sing, her voice flowing like silver threads of light, weaving starry patterns across the sky. "You are so wonderful, Lada," Maria whispered. "I sing when the earth is calm, when people's hearts rest from worries," the willow answered softly. Her voice was so quiet it could have been the wind if Maria hadn't known the truth. Every evening, Maria returned to the riverbank. She listened to the gentle song that even lulled baby birds to sleep. It seemed the melody would last forever. But one day, when the sky darkened with clouds and the wind grew sharp and cold, Maria came to the river, and Lada was silent. Her branches hung low as if in sorrow. The stream no longer sparkled with song, but flowed heavily as though weary. "Lada, why aren't you singing?" Maria asked with trembling voice, touching the rough bark. "Not now, my Maria," whispered the willow. "My song lives where peace dwells. The world is troubled, but do not fear. My melody will return." Maria's heart ached. She understood she must wait, guarding light and hope within herself, until the song would come again. And every evening, she came to sit by Lada and whispered, "I'm waiting." Time passed. One morning, the village awoke to joyous shouts. Neighbors ran to one another with shining eyes. "Victory! Peace has returned!" Maria rushed to the river without hesitation. Lada stood tall in the morning sun, her branches sparkling with dewdrops. And then she sang. At first, her song was quiet, like a breath. Then it grew fuller, brighter. The harp-like tones blended with the rustle of leaves, the flute lifted the melody toward the sky, and the stream bubbled with laughter, leaping over stones. Maria closed her eyes and smiled. She felt as though Lada's branches were embracing her, filling the world with warmth and calm. That evening, as the village settled into peaceful sleep, Maria heard Lada's lullaby for the first time in many months. Gentle song of the willow, whisper softly through the night. Let your voice flow with the river, bringing dreams of peace and light. Maria fell asleep beneath the melody, her heart finally at rest. And from then on, anyone who passed by the river on a quiet, peaceful night could hear the song of Lada, the willow that sang.